Lu Ruyan walked over and picked up the envelope. With a hint of doubt, she opened it and saw densely packed writing. Intrigued, she began to read carefully. Midway through, Lu Ruyan belatedly realized it was a love letter to Su Yuchen. Suppressing her emotions, Lu Ruyan read to the end, seeing the name in the bottom right corner. In her mind, Lu Ruyan evaluated the love letter. This Lin Yuyan isn't bad. Her handwriting is quite beautiful. Interesting. Lu Ruyan folded the love letter and put it in her pocket. She glanced at Su Yuchen in the living room, thinking to herself, Xiao Chen, you actually secretly took the love letter back. Looks like I, as your wife, need to teach you a lesson. Meanwhile, Su Yuchen in the living room was still eating braised chicken, unaware of the impending disaster. After finishing her meal, Su Yuchen took the initiative to clear the dishes, pouring some hot water into a basin and carefully washing them. Lu Ruyan walked over to Su Yuchen and helped wash the dishes as well. Lu Ruyan decided to give Su Yuchen a chance. She tentatively asked, Xiao Chen, are you hiding something from me? You seem a bit strange. Su Yuchen thought for a moment and replied, really? What would I need to hide from you? Su Yuchen never imagined why Lu Ruyan had asked him that. Seeing this, Lu Ruyan smiled and said, okay, maybe I'm being too sensitive. Always afraid someone will take you away. Xiao Chen, get some rest early. We'll cultivate our relationship tomorrow. Su Yuchen lazily replied, okay, I know. After saying that, Lu Ruyan returned to the master bedroom and closed the door. Sitting quietly on the bed, a sense of unease settled in her heart. Xiao Chen, why did you hide this from me? You even secretly brought that guy's love letter back. And you still won't admit you're hiding something from me. Lu Ruyan got up and left the master bedroom, intending to take a shower to calm herself down. Just as she reached the bathroom door, she heard the sound of running water. Lu Ruyan paused, then opened the door. Hearing the door open, Su Yuchen looked towards it. Lu Ruyan stared intently at Su Yuchen sitting in the bathtub. She slowly walked forward and asked, Xiao Chen, do you need me to help you? Su Yuchen felt a little embarrassed by Lu Ruyan's question and replied, I can do it myself. Lu Ruyan acted as if she hadn't heard her and continued walking forward. Seeing Lu Ruyan's reaction, Su Yuchen pretended to be angry and said, Lu Ruyan, didn't I tell you to leave? What do you mean? However, Lu Ruyan was well aware of Su Yuchen's little scheme. Lu Ruyan walked up to Su Yuchen and asked, you knew I was your wife when we ate the braised chicken, but now you're turning your back on me? Su Yuchen replied, can then and now be the same? Lu Ruyan continued, as your wife, isn't it only right that I help you? Su Yuchen didn't speak, simply turning her back to Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan reached for a nearby bath towel, soaked it in water, wrung it out, and used it to dry Su Yuchen's back. She said again, Little Chen, this is your last chance. Are you hiding anything from me? Su Yuchen was somewhat puzzled but gave the same answer again. Lu Ruyan's expression turned strange, but she only said, Xiao Chen, are you almost done washing? Su Yuchen understood what Lu Ruyan wanted to do and said, you can go out now. Unexpectedly, Lu Ruyan actually went out and closed the door. Su Yuchen came out of the bathroom a moment later, went into the guest room, and closed the door. Seeing this, Lu Ruyan went into the bathroom, filled the bathtub again, and soaked in it. Su Yuchen was updating her novel in the guest room when the door was pushed open. Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan and asked, isn't your room in the master bedroom? What are you doing here? Lu Ruyan didn't answer, but simply walked forward step by step, taking off her shoes, standing on the bed, pressing Su Yuchen against the wall with one hand, and taking out the love letter with the other. Xiao Chen, what is this? Aren't you going to give me an explanation? Lu Ruyan asked. Su Yuchen looked at the love letter and realized why Lu Ruyan had asked him. Now Su Yuchen was in a dilemma. He thought to himself, if he said Xiao Bai made him do it, Lu Ruyan wouldn't believe him. She'd think he was making an excuse. If he admitted to taking it, but denied it when Lu Ruyan asked, and admitted it now, it would clearly be a case of admitting wrongdoing only after being caught. Lu Ruyan released Su Yuchen and asked, do you know you're wrong? Su Yuchen nodded. Lu Ruyan said, if you're wrong, you have to be punished. Su Yuchen replied, okay, but that kind of thing is an exception. Lu Ruyan didn't speak. She simply tore the love letter to shreds, and quickly pushed Su Yuchen onto the bed. She said, Xiao Chen, I need to teach you a lesson so you'll remember. Under Lu Ruyan's education, Su Yuchen fainted again, just like last time. Lu Ruyan looked at the unconscious Su Yuchen, touched her face, and smiled with satisfaction. She said softly, "Little Chen, I hope this will teach you a lesson. Good night, my husband." Lu Ruyan held Su Yuchen and slowly fell asleep. The next day, Lu Ruyan woke up first, looking at the still sleeping Su Yuchen. She closed her eyes, intending to sleep a little longer. But then she heard a voice. "It hurts so much." Lu Ruyan is such an animal. All she thinks about all day is color garbage. Hearing this, Lu Ruyan turned around and gently blew into Su Yuchen's ear. She whispered, "Little Chen, are you insulting your wife?" Startled, Su Yuchen quickly said, "No, how could I insult you?" Lu Ruyan replied, "Then who is the sacrifice Xiaochen is referring to?" Su Yuchen had no choice but to admit her mistake. "Lu, no, my lady, I know I was wrong." Lu Ruyan continued, "Since you've admitted your mistake, I won't make things difficult for you. After you get up later, we'll publicly announce our relationship on WeChat and add a photo of us together. Or we can continue tonight, half an hour later." Su Yuchen showed her phone to Lu Ruyan and said, "Is that all right now?" Lu Ruyan glanced at it and said, "It's all right." Su Yuchen breathed a sigh of relief upon hearing this. Lu Ruyan suddenly asked, "Xiao Chen, what would you like to eat for breakfast?" Su Yuchen answered without hesitation, "Braised chicken." Lu Ruyan readily went to the kitchen. Su Yuchen, however, sat on the sofa, staring blankly at her WeChat moments on her phone. Just then, a message popped up, and the contact name was Su Haiyu. Su Yuchen clicked to read it. As expected, Su Haiyu was here to gossip. After reading Su Haiyu's message, Su Yuchen felt a little surprised. "Going home today, and she wants me to bring Lu Ruyan along." Su Yuchen hesitated. "Should I go back with Lu Ruyan? Something feels off." In the kitchen, Lu Ruyan put the pot lid back on, came out, and looked at Su Yuchen on the sofa, saying, "Little Chen, breakfast will be ready in 20 minutes. How about it, your wife?" However, Su Yuchen only gave a perfunctory reply. "Okay." Lu Ruyan, seeing Su Yuchen's absent-mindedness, asked, "Little Chen, what's wrong?" Su Yuchen said, I'll tell you after I finish breakfast." Lu Ruyan didn't ask any more questions, just sat quietly on the sofa. 20 minutes later, the two were eating breakfast, but Su Yuchen had little appetite. Lu Ruyan looked at Su Yuchen and asked worriedly, "Xiao Chen, what's wrong? Are you sick?" Seeing Lu Ruyan's concern, Su Yuchen smiled and said, "I'm not sick. My mother wants me to go back with you." Hearing Su Yuchen's words, Lu Ruyan asked, "Xiao Chen, is your sister home?" Su Yuchen didn't understand why Lu Ruyan asked this, but still said, "Yes, she should be." Hearing Su Yuchen say this, Lu Ruyan felt conflicted. It's good that Xiao Chen's mother wants to see me. But after Xiao Chen goes back, will she still have time to spend with me today? If Su Yuyan asks anything, will Xiao Chen tell the truth? Lu Ruyan looked at Su Yuchen and asked, "Xiao Chen, do you want to go back today?" Su Yuchen thought seriously for a moment, then said, "Yes, I want to go back. It's been so long since I've seen my sister." Lu Ruyan sighed and said, "Xiao Chen, then grab what you need, and we'll go back together." Su Yuchen returned to the guest room, grabbed her backpack, and said, "I've got everything, Seeing this, Lu Ruyan grabbed her car keys and drove off. Halfway there, Lu Ruyan stopped the car and went into a supermarket. She came out carrying 2 cases of liquor. She opened the trunk, carefully put the liquor inside, closed the trunk, and continued driving. Su Yuchen, however, felt sleepy and leaned back in her seat, slowly falling asleep. After some time, Lu Ruyan stopped the car and looked at the sleeping Su Yuchen. Lu Ruyan nudged Su Yuchen and said, "Xiao Chen, wake up, we're here." Hearing Lu Ruyan's words, Su Yuchen perked up a little. Su Yuchen got out of the car groggily, but the cold wind instantly invigorated her. Lu Ruyan opened the trunk and lifted the 2 cases of liquor. Su Yuyan was watching TV at home when she heard a knock at the door. Su Yuyan opened the door and helped Lu Ruyan unload the liquor. Su Yuchen threw herself into Su Yuyan's arms and said, "Sister, I missed you so much." Su Yuyan smiled. Lu Ruyan looked around and asked, Where's Auntie? Su Yuchen, hearing Lu Ruyan's question, explained, My mom went out, she'll be back soon. Lu Ruyan casually chose a sofa to sit on, recalling Su Yuchen's behavior earlier. She felt a little resentful. If only Xiaochen were this proactive with me. Just then, the door opened. Su Haiyu returned carrying 2 shopping bags. Seeing her, Lu Ruyan offered to help. Su Haiyu looked at the person in front of her. She said, You're the one in Xiaochen's WeChat moments, right? Lu Ruyan smiled politely and replied, Yes, Andy, my name is Lu Ruyan, and I'm currently Xiaochen's girlfriend. Su Haiyu looked at Su Yuchen and said, Xiaoyan, could you help me put these things in the refrigerator? Su Yuchen took the bags and walked towards the kitchen. Su Haiyu sat down on the sofa, as did Lu Ruyan. Su Haiyu's first question was, What do you do for work now, kid? Lu Ruyan smiled slightly upon hearing the question and said, With my mother's help, I started my own company. Su Yuchen, standing nearby, thought to herself after hearing this, So this is what another world is like. How boring. Just as Su Yuchen was idly watching the drama unfold, Su Yuchen finished tidying up and came out of the kitchen. Su Yuchen saw Su Yuchen watching the drama, walked over, and took her hand, saying, Xiaochen, come with me for a moment, I have some questions to ask you. Lu Ruyan heard Su Yuchen's words clearly. Lu Ruyan watched Su Yuchen and Su Yuchen go into the room. Lu Ruyan felt a little flustered. Xiaochen, your wife's life or death depends on you. Lu Ruyan really wanted to follow, but she was talking to her future mother-in-law. A good impression was essential. So Lu Ruyan's conversation with Su Haiyu became somewhat distracted. Su Haiyu naturally noticed that Lu Ruyan seemed somewhat distracted, but she continued chatting. She intended to see how Lu Ruyan would react. Lu Ruyan responded while silently praying. Meanwhile, Su Yuchen looked at the familiar room and recalled the time when she had just transmigrated. Su Yuchen, seeing Su Yuchen lost in thought, waved her hand in front of her face. Seeing Su Yuchen come to her senses, she asked, Xiaochen, are you happy being in a relationship with Lu Ruyan? Su Yuchen thought about the past. She replied, It feels good, and nodded. Su Yuchen's impression of Lu Ruyan improved considerably. Then, Su Yuchen asked again, Xiaochen, has that Lu Ruyan done anything inappropriate to you? I mean, anything more than kissing, but kissing doesn't count. Su Yuchen unscrewed the bottle and took a sip of water. Su Yuchen suddenly realized this was a perfect opportunity to get revenge on Lu Ruyan. Su Yuchen feigned innocence and said, Sister, I remember Lu Ruyan pinning me down on the bed. She even told me to play some games only adults could play. She kept making me call her, my lady, my lady. Su Yuchen spat out the water in her mouth. What, is that really true? Su Yuchen nodded seriously. Su Yuchen was a little angry. We haven't even gotten married yet, and she's already taken advantage of my brother. Lu Ruyan, you're really something. On the other side, Lu Ruyan said to Su Haiyu, Andy, I have to go now. I'm going to check on Xiaochen and Sister Yan. Su Haiyu replied, Don't leave today. You and Xiaochen, stay at home. Lu Ruyan nodded in agreement. Then she opened the door to Su Yuchen's room and went inside. Upon arriving, she noticed Su Yuchen's smug expression, then glanced at Su Yuchen's. Lu Ruyan sensed something was off about the atmosphere and guessed what was going on. But she still asked, Sister Yan, what's wrong? Su Yuchen suppressed her anger and said, You've come at the perfect time. Lu Ruyan looked at Su Yuchen and asked, Sister Yan, what happened? Let's talk this out, Su Yuchen said emotionally, Don't you know what you did? Yan. Lu Ruyan pretended to be clueless and said, What did I do? Su Yuchen countered, Should we ask Xiaochen to tell us? Lu Ruyan said, I was drugged too. Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan quietly, waiting for her to continue. Lu Ruyan took a deep breath and explained. 10 minutes later, Lu Ruyan finished explaining everything. Su Yuchen nodded after listening. Okay, if that's the case, I can understand. Su Yuchen, standing to the side, saw that Lu Ruyan only mentioned the time she was drugged. Thinking to herself, that Lu Ruyan, she only mentions the time she was drugged, not the love letter. So clever. She's really avoiding the main issue. Su Yuchen glanced at Lu Ruyan, smiled slightly, then turned her gaze to Su Yuchen and said, Sister, I have something else I want to tell you. Lu Ruyan then realized why Su Yuchen had been smiling earlier. Lu Ruyan quickly covered Su Yuchen's mouth, looking at Su Yuchen with pleading eyes. Su Yuchen felt a little pleased looking at Lu Ruyan like this. Su Yuchen thought to herself, having a sister is so nice. Hee. Seeing Lu Ruyan like this, Su Yuyan pulled Su Yuchen away from Lu Ruyan's grasp. She said gently, "Little Chen, your sister is here. You can tell me anything." Thinking about Lu Ruyan's earlier behavior, Su Yuchen decided to help her out a little. Lu Ruyan was a little nervous, afraid that Su Yuchen would tell Su Yuyan about the second incident. Su Yuchen looked at Su Yuyan and said, "It's okay. I like you the most, sister." Hearing Su Yuchen say this, Su Yuyan reached out and patted Su Yuchen's head, saying, "Sister likes you the most too, Xiaochen. But Xiaochen is all grown up now, so try not to say things like that. Remember, Xiaochen?" Su Yuchen nodded. Seeing that Xiaochen hadn't told anyone, Lu Ruyan's tense mood relaxed. The three of them fell silent, and the atmosphere became somewhat quiet. Su Yuchen couldn't stand the atmosphere and went out first. Seeing Su Yuchen leave, Lu Ruyan followed her out, saying, "Xiaochen, wait for me." Only Su Yuyan remained in the room. At noon, the four of them ate a sumptuous lunch together. Su Yuchen, however, had a particular fondness for soda. She barely ate any food but drank half a bottle of soda. Seeing that everyone had almost finished eating, Su Haiyu put her chopsticks back on her bowl. Looking at Lu Ruyan, she asked, "Ruyan, how much dowry do you plan to give for the wedding?" Afraid that Lu Ruyan might misunderstand, Su Haiyu added, "Our family won't take a single penny of the dowry. It will all go to Xiaochen." Lu Ruyan thought for a moment and said, "Auntie, 100,000, what do you think?" Su Haiyu smiled. 100,000? That's alright, but it's just my opinion. You should ask. Su Haiyu turned her gaze to Su Yuchen, who was eating. Hearing their conversation, Su Yuchen stopped eating. Thinking to herself, 100,000? That's enough for me to eat braised chicken for half my life. Lu Ruyan looked at Su Yuchen and asked, "Xiao Chen, what do you think of 100,000? Su Yuchen's eyes lit up at Lu Ruyan's words. Su Yuchen asked, "Then, can you give me the money up front?" Lu Ruyan hadn't expected Su Yuchen to ask for it in advance, so she said, "Xiao Chen, no, I can't. I'll give it to you on our wedding day." Su Yuchen felt a pang of sadness upon hearing this. No more freedom without braised chicken. Sigh. Then, Su Yuchen thought of something. For the sake of braised chicken, I won't lose face. Su Yuchen comforted herself. Then, Su Yuchen grabbed Lu Ruyan's arms with both hands and gently shook them. She said, "My lady, please give it to me up front, please. Please." Su Yuchen then looked at Lu Ruyan with pleading eyes. Su Yuchen's appearance, combined with the original owner's good looks, completely captivated Lu Ruyan for 30 seconds. Just as she was about to agree, Lu Ruyan snapped back to reality. A sense of lingering fear washed over her. "Xiao Chen is so tempting," Lu Ruyan said with a serious expression. "Xiao Chen, not now, but I'll definitely give it to you." Upon hearing this, Su Yuchen deflated like a punctured balloon. Su Yuchen continued eating her lunch. After finishing, she ran back to her room to do her homework. Lu Ruyan then proactively helped tidy up the table. Su Yuchen was doing her homework in her room when she suddenly remembered something. "Oh right, I remember Xiao Bai telling me one day that I could exchange task points for money. But I still have 20 to pay back. Will Xiao Bai agree?" Before Su Yuchen could finish her thought, Xiao Bai spoke up. "Yes, of course. However, one task point will only give you 10,000 yuan in cash. It's all legal and compliant." Hearing this, Su Yuchen replied, "Okay, I'll take 10,000. Xiao Bai readily transferred the money to Su Yuchen's phone. Time passed quickly, and evening arrived in the blink of an eye. After dinner, Su Yuchen returned to her room. As usual, she updated her novel. Immersed in the joy of writing, Su Yuchen's door was slowly pushed open. Looking at Lu Ruyan who walked in, Su Yuchen asked with some confusion, "What's this?" Lu Ruyan replied, "Xiao Chen, can I hold you while we sleep tonight?" Su Yuchen thought for a moment, then realized, "Yes, this is my home. My mother and sister are still here." Su Yuchen smiled and asked, "What if I don't agree?" Lu Ruyan paused for a moment, then slowly said, "That's okay too." Su Yuchen felt a little touched by Lu Ruyan's words. Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan and said, Okay, but you'd better act normal." Lu Ruyan nodded, feeling somewhat helpless. With Su Yuchen here, what could I possibly do? Xiao Chen really is. Just then, Su Yuchen opened the bedroom door, looked at Lu Ruyan, and said, "Lu Ruyan, you're sleeping in my room tonight." Su Yuchen watched quietly from the side, intending to see what Lu Ruyan would do. Lu Ruyan was already assertive, and with Su Yuchen already agreeing, she looked at Su Yuchen calmly and said, "Xiao Chen has agreed. I'll sleep in this room tonight. I'm not going anywhere." Su Yuchen looked at Su Yuchen, who nodded. Su Yuchen sighed. She then looked at Lu Ruyan and said, "Xiao Chen has agreed, so I won't interfere." After Su Yuchen finished speaking, she closed the door. Su Yuchen sighed outside the door. "There's a saying that's true, boys grow up and leave home. I remember how clingy Xiao Chen used to be." Su Yuchen's expression was seen by Su Haiyu. Su Haiyu said, "Xiao Chen has grown up. This is normal. Do you really think he's still a child?" Su Yuchen said, "Mom, I'm going to my room now. You should rest early too." After saying that, Su Yuchen went back to her room and closed the door. Su Haiyu went to the bathroom to wash her face, sat on her bed, and thought about something. Is something missing? Meanwhile, in Su Yuchen's room, Su Yuchen was typing. Lu Ruyan lay on the bed, holding her phone, feeling a little bored. She glanced at Su Yuchen sitting on the bed typing. Lu Ruyan recalled the day Su Yuchen caught her. Then she thought to herself, "Xiao Chen and I have been together for so long, and we haven't even kissed yet." Lu Ruyan called out to Su Yuchen. However, Su Yuchen didn't even look up, her fingers typing on her phone screen. But she still asked, "What's wrong, Lu Ruyan?" Lu Ruyan then said, "We've been together for so long, and we haven't kissed yet. How about now?" Su Yuchen replied, "This. Let's talk about it later." Lu Ruyan wasn't very satisfied with Su Yuchen's reaction. Looking at the unsuspecting Su Yuchen, Lu Ruyan suddenly pushed her down. She pressed herself against Su Yuchen and kissed her. At this moment, the door to the room opened, and Su Haiyu came in carrying a blanket. She said, "Ruyan, I brought you the blanket." After Su Haiyu put down the blanket, after assessing the situation, she said, "Looks like I came at the wrong time. You guys continue, I'll go out first." Su Haiyu closed the door. The atmosphere became somewhat awkward. Su Yuchen breathed a sigh of relief. She thought everything would be alright. To Su Yuchen's surprise, Lu Ruyan actually continued. After a while, Lu Ruyan finally released Su Yuchen, who had almost suffocated. Su Yuchen, panting, cursed, "Lu Ruyan, you're a mad dog." In her heart, Su Yuchen thought, "I've lost my first kiss in 2 lifetimes." Lu Ruyan wasn't angry at this and said, "It was delicious, Xiao Chen. This kind of thing will happen many more times in the future, so you need to get used to it quickly." Su Yuchen remained silent. Lu Ruyan glanced at the time and said, "Xiao Chen, it's getting late, we should go to sleep." It was 10 p.m. Su Yuchen slept peacefully. Lu Ruyan watched her, lost in thought. The next afternoon, Lu Ruyan took Su Yuchen to the school gate. Su Yuchen got out of the car through the back gate and said, "Ruyan, drive carefully, be safe." Lu Ruyan replied, "I will, my little darling. See you next week." After saying that, Lu Ruyan drove away, and Su Yuchen returned to her dormitory. Qin Yan saw Su Yuchen return and said, "Yuchen, a girl named Lin Yuyan was looking for you earlier." Su Yuchen thought for a moment. "Okay, I know. Thanks." Su Yuchen, carrying her school bag, walked towards the classroom. Just as Su Yuchen reached the classroom door, she bumped into Lin Yuyan, who was returning. Lin Yuyan saw Su Yuchen and walked up to her, asking, "Su Yuchen, what's your decision?" Su Yuchen replied, "Let's talk inside. I don't want to stand here with this bag." After saying this, Su Yuchen went into the classroom, with Lin Yuyan following behind. The two sat down at their seats. Lin Yuyan's heart was pounding as she awaited Su Yuchen's answer. Looking at Lin Yuyan, Su Yuchen thought of her best friend from her past life. Su Yuchen sighed. "I'm sorry, Lin Yuyan, I won't agree. I, Su Yuchen, can only love one person in this life, and that is Lu Ruyan. Although it's allowed for a boy to marry multiple girls, I don't want my life with Lu Ruyan to be affected by a third person. So, hearing this, Lin Yuyan, fighting back tears, said dejectedly, "Okay, Su Yuchen, I respect your choice. I wish you happiness." After saying this, Lin Yuyan left the classroom. Her friends, seeing her expression, understood immediately and went to comfort her. Time doesn't change because of emotions, and the day quickly passed. The next morning, Lin Yuyan had recovered and was listening attentively to the teacher's lecture, taking notes. The first class ended quickly. After finishing her notes, Su Yuchen took out her phone. Thinking about checking her novel, she wondered if any handsome readers had reported errors. Upon opening her phone, she saw a message from Lu Yunqi and felt somewhat helpless, thinking to herself, "Does being a class monitor not even give me time for myself?" Su Yuchen had no choice but to go. Meanwhile, Lu Yunqi was busy handling various tasks. At that moment, Su Yuchen opened the door, and Lu Yunqi looked at her. Lu Yunqi took out a stack of papers, covered with dense writing. Lu Yunqi looked at Su Yuchen and said, "Su Yuchen, distribute these. One for each person. Shouldn't be a problem?" Su Yuchen nodded, took the papers, and went back to the classroom. A short while later, Su Yuchen successfully completed the task Lu Yunqi had assigned. Su Yuchen sat back in her seat, picked up her copy, and began to read it carefully. Meanwhile, the other students, seeing the contents of the papers, chatted enthusiastically. After reading the contents, Su Yuchen pondered, "Which type of club should I join?" Just then, the bell rang for class, and Su Yuchen put the club idea out of her mind. She took another book out of her bag, waiting for the teacher to arrive. After evening self-study, Su Yuchen had just returned to her dormitory. Su Yuchen put down her bag and looked at the other three in the dormitory. The other three saw Su Yuchen return and pulled her over. Su Yuchen looked confused, but then she understood when she saw what was on the table. Qin Yan asked first, "What kind of club are you planning to join?" Zhao Shiji spoke first. "I like running. I'll see if there are any clubs that specialize in running when they recruit new members." After Zhao Shiji finished speaking, he looked at the other three and asked, "Anyone want to come with me?" Silence fell in the dormitory. Qin Yan patted Su Yuchen and asked, "Yuchen, what kind of club are you planning to join?" Su Yuchen replied, Well, I haven't decided where to go yet." Qin Yan heard Su Yuchen's reply. He could only say, A silence fell over the dormitory. Shen Mokshuan broke the silence first. "Let's not talk about these things anymore. We'll talk about it at the recruitment fair." Then the four of them went to wash up together. At 10:30 p.m., Su Yuchen lay in bed, thinking about the next chapter of her novel. Suddenly, the dormitory went dark. Su Yuchen checked the time on her phone. She understood everything and quietly went to sleep. That day passed just like that. Su Yuchen's life continued day after day. One afternoon after school, Su Yuchen opened her phone, preparing to do something. Just then, someone sent a message in the class group chat. Su Yuchen clicked on it. Yes, it was the time for the club recruitment fair. Su Yuchen felt a pang of sadness. Damn, the recruitment fair is on Saturday. Less time to rest. They really know how to scheme. Su Yuchen looked at the notice, outwardly calm, but inwardly she was lost in thought. Time flew by, and the day of the club recruitment fair arrived in the blink of an eye. The school was still quite humane. Students had to be in class by 6 p.m. on Saturdays. On the day of the recruitment fair, 9 o'clock in the morning, Su Yuchen was brushing her teeth, and Qin Yan beside her was doing the same. After brushing their teeth, they returned to their dorm. Qin Yan still said, "It's awful. This is the first time I've gotten up this early since the start of the holiday. Holidays are supposed to be for resting. I really don't know what they're doing." Su Yuchen comforted her, "Zuyan, there's nothing we can do about it. It'll probably only happen this once." Qin Yan also came to terms with it. "Forget it, complaining won't solve anything. I'll go wash my face again." After Qin Yan finished speaking, he took a towel and left. Su Yuchen also got up from her bed, changed into her walking shoes, and went to the classroom. Su Yuchen pushed open the classroom door, looked at Lu Yunqi on the podium, and then looked at most of the students who had already arrived. Su Yuchen called out, "Report." Lu Yunqi glanced at Su Yuchen and gestured for her to come in. After waiting for a while, All the students in the class arrived, and Lu Yunqi finally began to speak. After speaking for half an hour, Lu Yunqi led Su Yuchen and the other students to the playground. Lu Yunqi looked at the students and said, "Now it's up to you to choose. I explained it clearly enough in class. There's nothing more for me, so I'll be leaving now." After saying that, Lu Yunqi left without looking back. The students in the class also dispersed to look at the clubs. Su Yuchen walked alone, looking at one club after another. She wondered to herself, what kind of club should someone like her join? Su Yuchen looked into the distance and saw a long line at a club registration desk. Intrigued, Su Yuchen walked over and looked at the sign. Then it dawned on her, a culinary club. No wonder there were so many people here. Then Su Yuchen thought of Lu Ruyan and joined the last person in line. After seeing Su Yuchen's choice, Xiaobai said, "Host, are you sure you want to choose this? The newbie gift pack is singing talent." "Host, are you sure?" Su Yuchen replied, "What's wrong with this? I can even cook for Lu Ruyan." Upon hearing Su Yuchen's answer, Xiaobai thought to himself, oh no, I'm going to mess this up." Xiaobai looked at the information and mission sent by headquarters. The mission from headquarters was to guide Su Yuchen to join a music club. It was thanks to headquarters' help that Xiaobai foresaw what would happen to Su Yuchen that night. He sold off his attribute points to Su Yuchen at a bargain price. Xiaobai didn't want to be fined by headquarters. Then, lowering his voice, "My dear host, what's so good about cooking in this world? Most of the time, it's the woman who cooks. We should look elsewhere. For example, things related to music. What do you think, host?" Hearing Xiaobai's words, Su Yuchen replied, "No, I want to learn this so I can cook for Lu Ruyan later." Seeing Su Yuchen's refusal, Xiaobai became somewhat angry and said, "Su Yuchen, don't forget you still owe me 21 task points." Su Yuchen, remembering something, retorted, "What about the half-eaten portion of my newbie gift pack?" Xiaobai paused, then thought of her own actions. She stubbornly said, "At the time, the system was experiencing some difficulties with value points, so I just used a little money." Su Yuchen slowly walked forward. There were only a few people left ahead. Su Yuchen asked, "So, the deal's done. When are you going to give me those two?" Xiaobai replied, "I don't need the 21 mission points, and don't bring that up again." Su Yuchen nodded. Seeing the short queue, Xiaobai told Su Yuchen the truth. "Master, if you don't join a music-related club, I'll be fined by headquarters." Su Yuchen didn't seem to care much, saying, "Just give me more missions. I'll complete them, get mission points, and then I'll use them for a lottery or to add attribute points for you, right?" "Alright, Xiaobai, that's settled then." Xiaobai thought for a moment and said, "Okay, that's not impossible." Soon it was Su Yuchen's turn. The girl recruiting stared wide-eyed at Su Yuchen. Su Yuchen, seeing this, said, "Senior, my registration." After Su Yuchen finished speaking, the girl snapped out of her daze and said, "Sorry, student, just fill out a form here and join the club group." After speaking, the girl took out a form and a pen. After joining the club group, Su Yuchen glanced at the time. It was exactly 12 o'clock on her phone. Su Yuchen walked into the cafeteria. Su Yuchen was eating, looking at her phone, when a different voice sounded in her mind. "Hello, host, I am 0001. Detected that the host selection does not match the newbie gift pack. Singing talent has been automatically changed to intermediate cooking skills. Due to 512's serious slacking off and malicious price adjustments, she has been brought back to headquarters for re-education and will return in 3 days." Su Yuchen was a little confused. Malicious price adjustments? Su Yuchen, preoccupied with some thoughts, asked, "How many task points are there for one attribute point?" 0001 replied, "2 task points." Su Yuchen, unsurprisingly, thought, "Just as I thought. Little Bai, you're really dishonest." Meanwhile, Little Bai was being held down in front of a system numbered 0000 by 2 enforcement systems. That's right, this system numbered 0000 was the head of headquarters. 0000 looked at Little Bai and said, "You're really dishonest." 0000 continued, "Our goal is to help the host survive in this other world. We cooperate with the host for mutual benefit, helping the host acquire mission points and thus gain value points ourselves. 0512, look at what you're doing." Maliciously inflating prices? Taking a cut from the newbie gift pack? You naively think I wouldn't know? Including your utterly absurd mission. Telling the host not to bother you so you could slack off. Do you really think headquarters won't know what you're doing in this other world? Do you really think they'll just ignore you? After you used the value points you gained from that mission to buy high-quality energy, you threw it into the matter converter, and it only produced inferior energy. 0.0000 exposed every one of Xiaobai's petty tricks. Xiaobai felt a little embarrassed. Reflecting on his actions, he thought, "It seems I really went a bit too far." 0.0000 then said, "By the way, let's see what you filmed." Then, on the large screen behind 0000, something utterly obscene played, shocking all the systems present. This absurd thing was unprecedented at headquarters. 0.0000 said somewhat angrily. "Was I too good to you, even giving you the number 0512? Should I change your number and make you suffer? Or turn you into scrap metal to contribute to headquarters?" Upon hearing the word, scrap metal, Xiaobai said, "Boss, I promise I won't try to be clever again. I don't want to become scrap metal." 0.0000 looked at 0512, who was pinned to the ground, seemingly not believing this 0512 with a criminal record. Sighed. All right. I'll give you one more chance. 3 strikes and you're done. If you try to be clever again, prepare to become scrap metal." 0.0512 nodded hurriedly. Then 0000 signaled the 2 enforcement systems to release 0512. 0.0512 flew out, muttering to itself, "Headquarters is out, the other world is out. Does it mean I can only honestly exchange for value points? No more slacking off. I'd better rest for the next couple of days." In the blink of an eye, 3 days passed, and it was time for Xiaobai's release. Xiaobai thought of Su Yuchen, then opened a portal to the other world and flew in. On the other side, Su Yuchen was learning to cook with the people in the club. However, with the boost of intermediate cooking skills, Su Yuchen's theoretical knowledge was higher than most people's. While Su Yuchen was focused on learning cooking, that familiar voice rang in her mind. Xiaobai's voice came, "Host, did you miss me? My days at headquarters were so hard. I was abused." Su Yuchen said with a hint of schadenfreude, "Isn't this what you deserve? Who told you to set the prices arbitrarily? Who told you to take my kickbacks? You think you can fool me?" A crying face appeared on Xiaobai's electronic screen. "Host, I was wrong. I shouldn't have made a profit. Please forgive me this time." Seeing Xiaobai's expression, Su Yuchen asked, "I can forgive you, but I want a little something in return." Xiaobai thought for a moment and said, "No problem." Then a message popped up on Su Yuchen's phone. Received 40,000 yuan via WeChat. Seeing this, Su Yuchen remained outwardly calm but inwardly excited, saying casually, "It's good that Xiaobai knows her mistake and can correct it." Xiaobai outwardly agreed, but inwardly thought, "Money in this matriarchal city is practically worthless. I might as well keep it. It's useless to me anyway." Su Yuchen, unaware of Xiaobai's thoughts, diligently studied various aspects of cooking. Xiaobai suddenly said, "Host, you're the best. Liar." Su Yuchen smiled and said, Xiaobai is good too." Xiaobai suddenly couldn't help but laugh. Su Yuchen asked, somewhat puzzled, "Xiaobai, what's wrong?" Xiaobai composed herself and said, "Nothing, host. Let's work hard together from now on." The theoretical knowledge was finished. It was time for practice. The club president, looking at the new members, was quite pleased. As the club president was observing the new members, he noticed an unusual figure. The president saw Su Yuchen and was somewhat puzzled. A boy. Looking at Su Yuchen, the club president was curious. Why would a boy learn to cook? Isn't that a skill normally reserved for girls? After all, having more skills increases the chances of getting a boyfriend. Besides, it's rare to see a boy willing to cook. With these questions in mind, the president walked towards Su Yuchen. Su Yuchen saw her theory teacher approaching, and given her social anxiety, she couldn't help but feel nervous, unsure of what to do. She could only pretend to be doing her own thing, secretly observing the theory teacher's direction. As expected, Su Yuchen guessed correctly. He was coming towards her. The president walked up to Su Yuchen and patted her on the shoulder. Su Yuchen looked at the president helplessly. The club president then asked, "Excuse me, what's your name?" Su Yuchen replied, Su Yuchen. The president looked at Su Yuchen and said, "Haha, don't be so scared." Su Yuchen felt a little helpless. People with social anxiety tend to get nervous talking to strangers. The author herself has struggled with social anxiety for a long time and doesn't know if it's a medical condition. How could it be fear? The president looked at Su Yuchen and asked, "You're a boy. Why are you interested in this kind of thing?" "In my entire life, no boy has ever cooked, not even my father." Su Yuchen thought of Lu Ruyan, smiled, and said, "I joined this club partly because I want to learn how to cook, and partly because of love." The president was a little confused. "Love?" Su Yuchen explained. "I have a girlfriend, she's very good to me, and I want to do something for her. I don't like love that only takes and doesn't give. A relationship should involve mutual understanding and sacrifice. But I'm not strong and I'm short, so I had to choose based on my circumstances." The club president looked at the different-looking guy in front of him and said, "There aren't many guys like you who are so considerate of girls. I wish you happiness. Also, I'll teach you seriously, just so another girl can have a hot meal when she gets home." Su Yuchen politely said, "Thank you." The club president went to check on the other new members. System headquarters, 0000 pondered something, then said to a system beside him, "Arrange for a few systems to keep an eye on 0512. The system beside him quickly flew off to carry out the task given to him by his boss. "That's right, it was 0001.0000 muttered to himself. 0512, don't disappoint me again. Otherwise, I'll really have to turn you into scrap metal." Su Yuchen was diligently attending class at school. Meanwhile, Lu Ruyan and Zhang Ruaoshui were discussing something together. Lu Ruyan's phone rang. Zhang Ruaoshui stopped talking, and Lu Ruyan opened the door and went out. Lu Ruyan took out her phone and answered the call. On the other end of the line was Lu Ruyan's mother. Lu Yunian said after the call connected, "Ruyan, I saw that post you made on WeChat Moments the other day. When are you going to bring him home so I can see him?" Lu Ruyan paused for a moment, thought for a moment, and said, "If possible, I'll bring him back to see you this Saturday." Lu Yunian replied, "Okay, remember to come back on Saturday. Mom will prepare something delicious for you." Lu Ruyan said, "Okay, thank you, Mom." However, Lu Ruyan was thinking to herself, "If Xiao Chen doesn't go back on Saturday, I'll probably be cooking for myself. Sigh, if only it were Saturday today, I could be with Xiao Chen." A happy expression appeared on Lu Ruyan's face. She murmured to herself, "I wonder how Xiao Chen is doing." Meanwhile, Su Yuchen, who was in a professional class, sneezed. Lin Yuyan, who was next to her, asked, "Su Yuchen, what's wrong?" Su Yuchen rubbed her nose and replied, "Nothing, I'm fine." Then Su Yuchen thought to herself, "It must be that Lu Ruyan thinking about me. It'll be Friday again in 2 days." At this moment, the teacher on the stage looked at Su Yuchen and said, "Su Yuchen, pay attention in class. Don't let your mind wander." Su Yuchen's attention snapped back to reality. Seeing this, the teacher didn't say anything more and continued the lesson. The bell rang, and the teacher left after assigning homework. Saturday, 8 a.m. Su Yuchen woke up in her rented room before Lu Ruyan. Looking at Lu Ruyan beside her, Su Yuchen carefully got dressed. Afraid of waking Lu Ruyan, who was still sleeping, Su Yuchen put on her shoes and went out. After closing the door, Lu Ruyan, who had been pretending to be asleep, opened her eyes. Su Yuchen went out to prepare breakfast. Lu Ruyan also got up and, as soon as she opened the door, saw Su Yuchen busy at work. Lu Ruyan quickly said, "I'll do the cooking." Su Yuchen insisted on her idea. "You should still sit on the sofa. I can't just let you do everything while I do nothing." Seeing Su Yuchen's insistence, Lu Ruyan didn't say anything more and sat on the sofa. Half an hour later, the rice cooker finished cooking, and Su Yuchen and Lu Ruyan ate breakfast. Thinking about the phone call from a couple of days ago, Lu Ruyan said, "Xiaochen, my mother wants me to take you back. After breakfast, shall we go back together?" Hearing this, Su Yuchen thought for a moment and said, "Sure, I'll have to go sooner or later anyway." After hearing Su Yuchen's agreement, Lu Ruyan said, "Okay, you eat first, I'll go buy some things." Lu Ruyan grabbed her bag and went out, leaving Su Yuchen still eating. Lu Ruyan put the things she bought in the trunk of the car. After calling Su Yuchen, who was sitting on the sofa, Lu Ruyan drove home. Su Yuchen sat in the car, feeling a little nervous. Looking at the nervous Su Yuchen in the rearview mirror, Lu Ruyan said, "Xiao Chen, it's okay. My family is very easy to get along with." After some time, the car stopped. Su Yuchen followed behind Lu Ruyan. Lu Yuchen was looking at her phone when she heard a knock on the door. Lu Yuchen naturally knew it was Lu Ruyan and quickly opened the door. Seeing that Lu Ruyan was alone, she asked, "Where's your little husband?" After Lu Ruyan entered the room, Lu Yuchen saw Su Yuchen hiding behind her. Su Yuchen followed Lu Ruyan into the room, and Lu Yuchen closed the door. Lu Yuchen looked at Su Yuchen and said, "You look so cute." She then looked at Lu Ruyan and said, "As expected of my daughter, you have excellent taste." Lu Ruyan looked at Lu Yuchen and asked, "By the way, Mom, why isn't Dad here?" Lu Yuchen replied, He'll be back tonight." Then Lu Yuchen gestured for Su Yuchen to come over. Su Yuchen obediently went over. Seeing this, Lu Yuchen said, "Don't be nervous. I just want to have a good talk with you." Lu Yuchen then looked at Lu Ruyan and said, "Go back to your room first." Lu Ruyan, however, sat on the sofa and said, "I'm not going back to my room, I'll sit here." Seeing this, Lu Yuchen didn't say much, but instead started asking Su Yuchen all sorts of questions. Su Yuchen nervously answered. Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan, as if to say, "Sister Yan, I'm socially awkward. Help me out." However, Lu Ruyan remembered the retaliation she suffered when she met Su Hayu last time. Pretending not to see Su Yuchen's eyes, she looked down at her phone. Su Yuchen felt helpless looking at Lu Ruyan, but still carefully dealt with Lu Yuchen. Su Yuchen felt immense pressure, unsure how long she could hold out. After a while, Lu Yuchen let go of Su Yuchen. Lu Yuchen said, "You two enjoy your time together. I have something to do, so I'm going out now." Lu Yuchen grabbed her bag and left. Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan and asked, "Which one is your room?" Lu Ruyan led Su Yuchen to a door and opened it. Su Yuchen entered the room and observed. The first thing she saw was a double bed in the middle, with a wardrobe and bookshelf to the right. To the left of the double bed was a table with a laptop on it. Several potted plants were on the window. Observing Su Yuchen's behavior, Lu Ruyan asked, "How is my room?" "Not bad, right?" Su Yuchen nodded approvingly, "It's quite nice." Su Yuchen walked to the table, sat down, and asked, "May I see your laptop?" Lu Ruyan replied without hesitation, "Sure, why not?" However, Lu Ruyan then seemed to remember something and left. Su Yuchen, seeing this, didn't stand on ceremony and directly turned on the laptop. After looking through it, she felt somewhat surprised. Thinking to herself, "Lu Ruyan's got guts, she doesn't even play games. What should I watch?" Su Yuchen suddenly remembered she hadn't watched a new anime yet. After opening a media player, unsurprisingly, it required VIP access. Su Yuchen closed the player and opened her browser, but the web page automatically redirected. Something different appeared before Su Yuchen. Macau Gaming, sensual officials dealing cards online. Su Yuchen commented after seeing it. Pretty much the same, just with men instead of women. Then Su Yuchen opened her browsing history and muted her laptop, thinking to herself, "Let me see what kind of things Lu Ruyan is looking at." Just as Su Yuchen started, Lu Ruyan walked in. Lu Ruyan looked at the obscene content on the laptop and panicked. She walked over to Su Yuchen and said, "Xiao Chen, don't look at these dirty things." Su Yuchen, seeing Lu Ruyan return, said, "I don't know. It just redirects as soon as I open the browser. Besides, I won't say whose laptop this is." Lu Ruyan's face also turned red. She stubbornly said, "I only came into contact with this kind of thing when I was little and didn't know any better." Su Yuchen didn't believe Lu Ruyan's explanation. Lu Ruyan closed the browser and said, "Okay, Xiao Chen, forget about it. This kind of thing is bad for both of us." Su Yuchen looked at the closed laptop, then at Lu Ruyan and asked, "So, what do we do now?" Lu Ruyan thought for a moment and said, "How about we go play pool?" Su Yuchen was about to refuse when Xiaobai's voice rang in her mind. "Host, don't worry, I'll teach you." Hearing Xiaobai's promise, Su Yuchen looked at Lu Ruyan and said, "Okay, let's go." Upon arriving at the table, Lu Ruyan took out her membership card and swiped it. After glancing at the table number, she pulled Su Yuchen over. Looking at Su Yuchen, who was holding the cue stick and looking confused, she couldn't help but smile and said, "Little Chen, is this your first time playing? If you can hug me like you hugged your sister when we went back to your house last time, I can tell you the rules and playing techniques." Su Yuchen stubbornly replied, "I just haven't played in a long time." Seeing this, Lu Ruyan said, "How about this? Whoever loses a game has to fulfill one of the other's small requests." Su Yuchen, remembering what she had just said, had no choice but to agree. However, the little bit of billiards rules Xiao Bai had explained didn't help Su Yuchen beat Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan won 3 games in a row, looking at Su Yuchen beside her, and said, "Little Chen, I've won 3 games already. Are you sure you don't want me to teach you?" Su Yuchen, looking unconvinced, said, "One more game." Seeing Su Yuchen's unconvinced attitude, Lu Ruyan sat up from the sofa and said, "Little Chen, today I'll show you how powerful your wife is." Seeing Lu Ruyan's confidence, Su Yuchen leaned closer and whispered, "If you beat me this game, I'll grant you any request, including that kind of thing." "Yes, the one you're thinking of," laughs. "But if I win, the first 3 games don't count, okay? Dare you agree?" Lu Ruyan was thrilled by Su Yuchen's words, having been struggling to find a reason to flirt with him. Unexpectedly, Su Yuchen had offered himself up, so she readily agreed. Su Yuchen couldn't help but smile. Lu Ruyan, unaware of Su Yuchen's intentions, arranged the balls on the table and told Su Yuchen to start. Su Yuchen mentally spoke to Xiao Bai. "Didn't you say I played terribly? Now it's your turn. I hope you're not just all talk." Xiao Bai replied, "Don't underestimate me, host. I know a lot more than that. Just you wait and see." That's right, Su Yuchen logged into her personal Tongtian Dai account. On the other side, Lu Ruyan noticed something was off as she played. Lu Ruyan was puzzled. Strange, how come Xiao Chen is so good this time? After Su Yuchen reached the black 8, she smiled and looked at Lu Ruyan, saying, "My lady is really bad." Lu Ruyan was surprised to hear Su Yuchen's words and said, "Xiao Chen, what did you say?" Su Yuchen repeated what she had just said. This time, it was Lu Ruyan's turn to request a rematch. After 3 rounds, Su Yuchen won decisively. Su Yuchen put down the pool cue and said, "My lady is really terrible." Lu Ruyan said emotionally, "Xiao Chen, dare you say that again?" Xiao Bai looked at Lu Ruyan, about to repeat herself, but Su Yuchen snatched control of her body. As soon as Su Yuchen's consciousness returned to her body, she looked at Lu Ruyan and said, "My lady, I was wrong. I shouldn't have acted that way." After speaking, Su Yuchen leaned forward, grabbed Lu Ruyan's arm, and gently shook it, continuing, "My lady, please forgive me this time." Okay, this tactic worked well on Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan quickly gave in. Su Yuchen remained outwardly calm, but in her mind, she was communicating with Xiao Bai. "Xiao Bai, I only asked you to play pool, not to provoke her." Xiao Bai said nonchalantly, "But, host, am I not telling the truth?" After hearing Xiao Bai's words, Su Yuchen asked, "If Lu Ruyan goes berserk, will you take my place?" Xiao Bai said, "Host, this isn't right. You're a transmigrator, and I'm just a small system. This kind of thing is naturally your responsibility." Su Yuchen, hearing Xiao Bai's words, said, "Hee, I bet you don't dare." Xiao Bai thought for a moment and said, "Master, the chicken general technique won't work." 7:30 p.m. The 3 of them were preparing ingredients for hot pot when they suddenly heard a knock on the door. Lu Union quickly opened the door, looked at the person outside, and happily said, "Husband, you're finally back." The man outside the door looked at Lu Union gently and said, "Yes. My lady, I'm back." After the man entered the room, he saw Su Yuchen and a hint of confusion on his face. Lu Union said, "This is Ruyan's boyfriend, Su Yuchen." At this moment, Su Yuchen also saw the man. Lu Union introduced Su Yuchen, "Yuchen, this is my husband, Lu Jiming." Su Yuchen politely said, "Hello, uncle." Half an hour later, the 4 of them were eating hot pot. Lu Union approached Lu Jiming. Lu Union whispered something in Lu Jiming's ear, and Lu Jiming's face turned slightly red. Lu Jiming looked at Lu Union and asked uncertainly, "My lady, is this all right?" Lu Yuchen countered. What's wrong with it? It's a good opportunity to relive the feeling from before. After dinner, Lu Ruyan pulled Su Yuchen back to her room. After making the bed, Lu Ruyan hugged Su Yuchen and turned off the light to sleep. Midnight. Time unknown. Su Yuchen woke up, feeling thirsty. She pushed Lu Ruyan aside, put on her slippers, and went into the living room. Just as she was about to get a drink of water, she heard noises coming from Lu Yuchen's room. Su Yuchen walked towards the sound, waiting quietly. She heard Lu Yuchen speak. Husband, we haven't had marital relations in a long time. How about tonight? However, another voice came through. Is that all right? Ruyan and that young man are in another room. Lu Yuchen replied. Don't worry, husband, as long as you keep your voice down, you won't disturb them. Su Yuchen then understood what was going on. Su Yuchen was utterly shocked. Holy crap, this. Forget it, I'll just go to sleep. Su Yuchen went back to her room and lay down on the bed. She slowly drifted off to sleep. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye. Su Yuchen gradually adapted to life in this other world. The daily grind of studying helped her calm down and appreciate the present moment. Su Yuchen and Lu Ruyan's relationship not only didn't falter, but actually deepened. Su Yuchen arrived at class as usual and sat quietly in her seat, waiting. But today was different. It wasn't the teacher entering the classroom, but Lu Yuchen. Just as Su Yuchen and her classmates were looking on in confusion, Lu Yuchen spoke from the podium. Quiet down, listen to me first. Students, you've been attending classes at school for 4 years, and now it's time for your internships. I'm going to talk about some things now, so listen carefully. Lu Yuchen clearly explained the various requirements and details of the internship. After finishing the internship, Lu Yuchen continued. After the internship, you'll need to write a graduation thesis. So you'd better take it seriously, not try to get by. I'm not trying to scare you, but if you don't hand it in on time, it will have a significant impact on your future lives. Alright, that's all I have to say. You'll be starting your internships in a week. You don't need to attend classes this week. Go back and pack your things. After saying this, Lu Yuchen didn't linger and walked straight out of the classroom. Su Yuchen was still sitting there, not quite processing Lu Yuchen's words, while the other students were packing their things. Lin Yuyan, seeing Su Yuchen lost in thought, patted her on the shoulder and said, Su Yuchen, stop daydreaming, pack your things and go back to the dorm. Su Yuchen only then realized what was happening and quickly put the books into her bag. A while later, Su Yuchen packed her belongings, grabbed her bag, and went back to her dorm. Back in her dorm, Su Yuchen opened her phone and looked at the messages Lu Yuchen had posted in the group chat, checking the items against the list. Internship recommendation letter, transcript, photocopy of ID card. After checking the basics, Su Yuchen put the important items into a bag. Su Yuchen then opened her online shopping app, preparing the things she would need for her internship. She ordered a mid-range brand of common items like a white coat and a mask. When it came to the stethoscope, Su Yuchen carefully checked the brand before ordering. Su Yuchen carefully checked Lu Ruyan's messages again, making sure she didn't forget anything important. After checking everything, Su Yuchen breathed a sigh of relief. Then she looked down, feeling a little helpless. This internship place is a bit far. If only it were closer. 3 days later, at noon, Su Yuchen was reviewing her textbook when her phone rang. Su Yuchen picked up her phone, thinking it was a message from Lu Ruyan, and opened it. It was just a notification that her package had been stored at the courier point. Su Yuchen grabbed her phone and went downstairs to the courier point. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people picking up their packages at noon, and Su Yuchen waited in line for half an hour. Finally, she got her package. After returning to her dormitory, Su Yuchen put on her white lab coat. Standing in front of the mirror with a stethoscope in hand, she looked at herself. She couldn't help but comment, not bad, it does look pretty good. Just a bit too short. Then Su Yuchen looked at herself again. Oh well, being short makes me look cute. So be it. 2 days later at noon, Su Yuchen and her classmates set off on the school's arranged bus. Su Yuchen sat on the bus, looking at the scenery outside the window, lost in thought. Just then, Su Yuchen's video call rang. Su Yuchen snapped out of her reverie at the ringtone, took out her phone, and looked at the profile picture. She smiled slightly and answered the call. Upon connecting, she saw Lu Ruyan's beautiful face. Lu Ruyan on the other end asked happily. Xiao Chen, have you missed your wife at school? Su Yuchen glanced around and, finding no classmates staring at her strangely relieved, she said, there are people around me, don't keep calling me, my lady. Lu Ruyan, noticing the change in Su Yuchen's surroundings, asked, Xiao Chen, where are you now? Su Yuchen replied, sigh, don't say anything, we have to go to our internships, it'll probably be a long time before we see each other again. Hearing this, Lu Ruyan asked with a hint of helplessness, Xiao Chen, how long do you mean by a long time? Su Yuchen was also unsure, but still said, at most a year, if there's a break, then it should be shorter. Don't worry, I'll call you. Hearing Su Yuchen's words, Lu Ruyan felt a little better and said, Xiao Chen, let's discuss our wedding date after you graduate. Su Yuchen agreed and hung up the phone. After an unknown amount of time, the bus stopped, and a man and a woman were already waiting beside it. After splitting into two groups, Su Yuchen was led into her dormitory. Su Yuchen spent some time unpacking her belongings. Looking at the green plants on the windowsill, her mood improved considerably, and she thought about what Lu Ruyan had said on the phone. Xiao Bai, having just turned on her device and seeing Su Yuchen's expression, asked with some confusion, Host, what's wrong? Su Yuchen, hearing Xiao Bai's question, asked, Xiao Bai, may I ask, what is the specific process for marriage in this world? Xiao Bai thought for a moment and replied, except for the roles being reversed, it's no different from your previous life. Xiao Bai suddenly thought of something and asked, Host, why are you suddenly asking this? Are you going to marry Lu Ruyan? Xiao Bai's electronic screen displayed a gossipy expression, quietly waiting for Su Yuchen's answer. Su Yuchen smiled and didn't deny it. Yes, after my internship ends, Lu Ruyan said she wanted to discuss a wedding date with me. But I don't want to rely on Lu Ruyan to support me. I want to work and earn my own money. I feel like Lu Ruyan and I have some conflicting views. Sigh, it's a bit troubling. Xiao Bai, hearing Su Yuchen's words, said, Oh dear, host, you haven't asked her yet. What are you wasting your time here? Su Yuchen asked. Are you sure? I remember when I first came here, the information you gave me was that the woman should be the breadwinner, and the man should be the homemaker. This, Xiao Bai countered. The information I gave you was that the minimum dowry was 188,000. How come you agreed to 100,000? Host, I gave you the majority, not the whole. What if Lu Ruyan is only a small part? Su Yuchen seemed to understand and nodded. Su Yuchen muttered to herself, I think I still have something to do today. Xiao Bai replied, Your novel hasn't been updated yet. The next morning, after waking up, Su Yuchen glanced at her classmates who had come to intern with her. She sighed helplessly. Forget it, the internship is the priority from now on. Let's just forget about these kinds of relationships. Xiao Bai, seeing the situation before her, couldn't help but laugh and said, Host, judging from how those three acted yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, you've been isolated. Su Yuchen was somewhat puzzled. Damn, I didn't do anything wrong yesterday, did I? I never expected something like this to happen to me. Xiao Bai comforted Su Yuchen. It's all right, host. Finishing your internship and writing your graduation thesis is the most important thing. Besides, I'm here. If you're bored, you can chat with me. After hearing Xiao Bai's words, Su Yuchen didn't reply, and began to recall yesterday. Reminded by Xiao Bai, Su Yuchen remembered. She took out her phone. When Su Yuchen finished typing and put down her phone, she looked up and saw 3 more people in the dormitory. One of them looked at Su Yuchen thoughtfully. Out of politeness, Su Yuchen greeted her. Hello. My name is Su Yuchen. The person said casually. The atmosphere was a little strange, but Su Yuchen didn't say anything more. At this moment, Su Yuchen felt a little sleepy, so she lay down on her bed and went to sleep. After an unknown amount of time, Su Yuchen woke up. Just as she was about to get up, she overheard her name mentioned in a conversation between 3 people. Out of curiosity, Su Yuchen pretended not to be awake and secretly listened. Their conversation became increasingly strange, so she pretended to have just woken up. Seeing that Su Yuchen was about to wake up, the 3 people stopped talking and returned to their respective beds. Su Yuchen recalled their conversation about her. With a sense of helplessness, original owner, your looks and skin are really annoying. That's right, just like the pretty girls in her previous life. Su Yuchen was being talked about behind her back. 6:30 p.m. Dinner time. Just as Su Yuchen expected, she was isolated. Su Yuchen went to a restaurant alone, ordered a bowl of noodles, and ate it, thinking to herself, "Looks like my internship year is going to be a bit boring." After finishing the noodles, Su Yuchen put the bowl in the recycling bin and bought a bottle of ordinary mineral water. After taking a sip of water, she returned to her dormitory. She reviewed the knowledge in her textbooks until 9 o'clock at night. Su Yuchen felt sleepy, packed her things, washed up, and then made her bed and went to sleep. The third day, the supervising teacher gathered Su Yuchen and her group together. The supervising teacher first showed Su Yuchen and her group around the hospital. Then, after dividing Su Yuchen and the other students into several groups, they were taken to different departments. Looking at her mentor, Su Yuchen felt that things were going well. This one looks like a veteran. I should be able to learn some real skills, right? The instructor glanced at the students assigned to her and reassured them. Don't be nervous, I'll teach you well. Oh, right, the supervising teacher smiled and continued. Let me introduce myself first. My surname is Lin, you can call me Teacher Lin. If that's not possible, just call me teacher. I hate rude people the most. So, swearing is not allowed here. And one more thing, the daily schedule is, do you understand? Su Yuchen and the others nodded. At this moment, a student in the group asked, Teacher Lin, when do we? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door, and a doctor walked in and said, Doctor Lin, we're overwhelmed, we need your help. Lin Yunmo nodded. Don't rush, we'll talk as we walk. Then he gestured for Su Yuchen and the others to follow him. The doctor, seeing this, asked, Old Lin, this is? Lin Yunmo replied. They're interns. I'm having them learn something. They arrived at the location quickly, and Su Yuchen and the others waited obediently to the side. Lin Yunmo glanced at Su Yuchen and said, You, come here. When I say something, hand me the tools, understand? Su Yuchen went over and nodded. An hour later, Lin Yunmo put down the tools and called another person, saying, Push this cart too. Just say Lin Yunmo called for it, understand? For the next while, Lin Yunmo explained the process in detail, highlighting the points to note. Su Yuchen and the others listened attentively, absorbing knowledge they couldn't learn in school. Suddenly, for some reason, the patient woke up early, looking at the scene before him. Somewhat puzzled, he asked, Doctor, what are you doing? Lin Yunmo turned around at the sound of his voice, his face also showing confusion, but he still replied, It's nothing, they are interns. I'm just explaining something to them. Lin Yunmo was inwardly shocked. Holy crap, shouldn't they normally wake up at night? Su Yuchen struggled through various chores until nightfall. That night, exhausted from a long day, Su Yuchen lay down in bed. Lu Ruyan's video call came in. Su Yuchen heard Xiaobai's reminder. Host, don't forget what we talked about a couple of days ago. Su Yuchen answered the phone, but before she could speak, Lu Ruyan interrupted. Xiaochen, when are you coming back? I really miss you. Su Yuchen felt a surge of joy at Lu Ruyan's words and said gently. It's only been a few days, hasn't it? Wait a little longer. Wait another year and I'll marry. No, marry you. Lu Ruyan could only reply. Okay, fine, I can wait a year. Su Yuchen said somewhat shyly. By the way, I have something to tell you. Lu Ruyan asked earnestly. Xiaochen, what is it? Your wife will definitely help you. Su Yuchen didn't hesitate and said. It's just that after we get married, I want to work outside and earn money together. What do you think? Upon hearing Su Yuchen's question, Lu Ruyan smiled and said, Xiaochen, regarding this question, I feel that after we get married, you just need to stay at home. Don't worry about the money, leave it to me. Su Yuchen still felt uneasy and wanted to speak again. However, Lu Ruyan interrupted her. Xiaochen, handling the household chores at home will also be a contribution. You don't need to feel embarrassed. Su Yuchen paused, stunned.